So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I knew NBA free agency 2019 would be crazy. If you would have asked me a year ago, I would have said, okay, it looks like Kevin Durant is considering leaving the Golden State Warriors. The free agency, the summer will be controlled by Kevin Durant. But this is getting extreme at this point. Not only do we believe Kevin Durant will be on the move, but a lot of other prominent free agents look like they're not happy where they're currently at. The one that's one of the shockers of all, like I thought Kyrie Irving was going to get to Boston and never leave again. I thought he'd finish his career out in Boston. Him and Brad Stevens just seemed to be this perfect fit. These two nerdy guys, right, that just love basketball, love just to break down the basketball. Kyrie Irving in Boston, it just felt right. It just felt like he lucked up, demanded a trade out of Cleveland, and found a great home in Boston. Probably the most prestigious franchise in basketball, them or the Lakers. They got the rings to back it up. I just thought this thing was a match made in heaven, and it looks like me and a lot of other people were wrong. Kyrie Irving has teased throughout the season that he'll wait to make his decision come July 1. Looks like the Boston Celtics had a little bit of turmoil within the organization throughout the season. They did not perform well in the playoffs, losing in the second round to the Milwaukee Bucks and a pretty uncompetitive 5-game gentleman's sweep, right? So now we get the free agency, or a week or two away from free agency, and it's like, oh my goodness, Kyrie Irving is really considering leaving his team. He's really about to do this. And it looks like the number one destination, again, another shocker, is not the New York Knicks. See, this narrative had been out there for months now that Kyrie would head to New York. He'd head that way upstate. But the team that he'd go to would be the New York Knicks for sure, right, to join Kevin Durant. But I did hear this story about a week or two ago that Kyrie Irving kind of backed off his commitment to Kevin Durant and the New York Knicks. For months now, we thought KD and Kyrie Irving was a for sure thing in New York, right? It might still be a for sure thing in New York, but Kevin Durant might be on the Knickerbockers and Kyrie Irving might be on the up-and-coming Brooklyn Nets. According to Stephen A. Smith of ESPN, Kyrie Irving wants to be in Brooklyn. Wow, that is a headline for your ass. Kyrie Irving, a Brooklyn Net. He's got roots there. He's got family ties there. It fits his type of basketball style, meaning it's not the Garden, but Brooklyn's starting to pick up some steam. You know, Brooklyn, that fan base they're buzzing. You know, they love their basketball just like the Knicks fan base does. But their team's better, and their team's got high energy, high character. We obviously know Kyrie Irving had a lot of problems within that Celtics locker room. A la Terry Rozier, let it be known that he didn't like where he had to kind of position himself in that rotation after helping the Celtics get to the conference finals the year before that without the services of Kyrie Irving and or Gordon Hayward. Now this season, you lose in the second round, and you only beat the Indiana Pacers without their best player in the first round, right? So now you look up, and Kyrie's looking for something to call home, something that makes sense to him. He thought it'd be Boston, but it looks like the place that he's going to end up is alongside, and the Nets will bring back D'Angelo Russell. They'll max out D'Angelo Russell and Kyrie Irving to create that backcourt. Now, on the court, I'm not 100% sure if I love it. I don't love it, actually. But in regards to bringing some aura to Brooklyn, man, you put Kyrie Irving on that Brooklyn Nets team with the handles that he's got, and you put him with some of these, like the Nets got a lot of gritty guys, like Allen, right down low, the block machine. You got Dwindle. I get his name wrong every time I say it. An aggressive scorer. LeVert, I really like LeVert's game. Now, I'm not 100% sure the Nets will be able to keep LeVert long-term with Kyrie and D'Angelo Russell. And I've heard the Nets want to keep Russell. But let's make it clear. If Kyrie gives them the okay, and I'm not sure if this is the right thing or not, but I'm hearing if Kyrie Irving says, I want to be a Brooklyn Net, he jumps over D'Angelo Russell as their priority. I'm not sure if that's the right move, because D'Angelo Russell fits with what the Nets got now. But if they could bring in a Kyrie Irving, a bigger brand, a champion, they might make roster moves. I'm not saying that's the answer. Personally, I wouldn't restructure my roster for Kyrie Irving. I wouldn't do it. To me, he outside of when he played with LeBron, and I don't want to take away from Kyrie Irving, he hasn't shown me the capabilities of being a leader. Phenomenal individual talent, but doesn't seem to mesh well with teammates. Would be so much better if he was 6'6", 6'7", right? With some of the things that he does on the basketball court. I just don't think I'd restructure that Nets team. But I'm hearing that the Nets are all in on Kyrie if he's interested. There's mutual interest between Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets, and it's picking up some steam, ladies and gentlemen. And don't be surprised come July 1 if Kyrie Irving decides to sign on the dotted line to a New York team. It just might not be the Knicks. It might be the Brooklyn Nets. Wow, what a shocker. We'll see what happens once Kevin Durant and the Warriors get through with their season. Maybe him and Kyrie link again. I'm sure they're going to link soon and talk some things out. We will see. But this is making NBA free agency more than just a one-man race. It looks like we got 3 Ks that might be on the move. From Kevin Durant to Kyrie Irving and even Kawhi Leonard. Free agency is going to be a spectacle, and I can't wait for it. I'm out.